Okay, so there's not much left to do in this game, but I'm going to be showing you quick, easy tutorials on how to get whatever ending you're missing. So as you can see, I have S, D, F, and G cleared, but I don't have H anymore, which is really weird to me. So during one of my playthroughs, I got H, and one of my off-screen playthroughs that I didn't record, I got the G, which is basically the same thing, only with um, a minor difference. So I'm actually going to show you both of those right now. So always go to Quick Start, because if you get an ending, it's going to give you the option to continue the game. Always select Quick Start, because that way it saves the ending in your list and you don't have to do it again. If you select continue, it's going to bring you back to your previous save, and that is going to essentially like screw you over and erase the ending you got. So we're going to check and see if there is a key here, which we don't really need for the H ending. We don't need the key for the H ending, but we do need the key for the G ending. So I should probably explain like G, the G ending and the H ending are pretty much the exact same thing. One is where you like H is where you leave in the car, and G is when you leave in the car with a twist. There's a little bit of a twist. So what we're really going to do right now is I'm just going to bang out the H ending, and then I'm going to show you, redo the G ending, just so you know how to do that. Okay, now we got this guy following us. We're going to head all the way to the garage. Some of these endings are pretty tedious. Some of them require you to do a lot of things and then essentially fail at the end. Just as like a spoiler warning. So right now we got to dispatch this little cretin right now. All right. Crown him. And he's necessarily done. The second you're out of there, just go back in. He's going to be gone. All right. You're going to grab the car key. There's a key here. It's a car key. Yes. That's exactly what you're going to need. Okay. So you're going to take the car key. You can interact with the key on the door 3 times. I might be able to escape here with this car, but what about the other girls? What should I do? Okay, interact with it a third time, and she's just going to be like, yeah, fuck the other girls, and just drive off. This is going to give you ending H. Skip these credits. So now ending H, she escapes, but not for long because Scissorman is in the back seat and he kills her. Ending H. Good for me. Now you can see we got H, G, F, D, and S. All right. Ending G. Quick start. Make sure we save H in the list. This one is essentially the same thing, only there's going to be one minor thing that you do need to do. And it's easier if you do this with Anne instead of Laura, because finding Laura alive or finding Laura dead is a little harder to do than finding Anne, than getting Anne killed. Good, we got the key to the West Building. That's the one thing we really need for this playthrough. Okay, now you're going to head to the bathroom, seal Laura's fate. That's pretty much a prerequisite to get this done really, really quickly. Okay. So we found Laura. Laura's dead. And once again, we are going to lure Scissorman to the garage. Okay, there we go. It headed all the way to the garage. Okay, grab the shovel. Take him down. And now he's gone. We're done with him. Don't have to worry. All right, we're going to grab the car key. There's a key. It's a car key. Now you're going to come to the door. Take out the key. Interact with the car door twice. So she's going to do the escape with this car, but what about the other girls? Okay. Interact with it a second time. What should I do? Okay. And now at this point, you're not going to interact with the car again. You are actually going to leave and head to the west building. After we rest a little bit. At this point in time, you're going to head to the west building. Provided you don't get chased by him here. All right, so up the stairs, first door to your left. Okay. Now you just want to hang out here until you hear the scream. Okay, there's a scream coming from outside. You're going to check the window. You see Anne get thrown out the window by the scissor man. And now that Anne is dead, you're just going to say, fuck it, go back to the car, and you're going to leave. Provided you don't get chased. So essentially, it's like she has the option to escape, but despite wanting to just get out of there, she feels obligated to try and like save the other girls. But upon seeing that Anne is murdered, she just decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm out of here. It's over. Get the key, interact with the door one more time. And this will give you a different ending. Skip the credits. And then Jennifer returned to the orphanage. 3 days later, she was found dead in her own room. Ending rank G. Okay. So it's kind of an ominous ending list. Okay, we are going to go for ending E now. This one has a little bit more stuff that you need to do, but not entirely a whole lot. Okay, so ending E is going to require a little bit of effort. Not so much, though. The main thing you want to do in this ending is essentially never learn about Miss Mary being evil and do not learn about the clock tower. So we're going to look for the key. Hopefully it's here. There's a key in the box. Good. All right. And we're going to run into the next room. And we're going to grab the perfume. Same perfume used by Miss Mary. Yes, okay. Now we're going to activate Scissorman. Fortunately, Laura gets it a lot. Now, normally I would either set up the parrot room for a hiding spot or lead him to the garage. I'm going to show you another way to get rid of him pretty quickly early on, while at the same time heading to the kind of area you want to be in. So we're going to lead him out. I'm going to take a left. And we're essentially going to head up the stairs. To the room where you would get the black robe. And like he just entered the foyer, so there should be like no reason as to how he knows where we're going. Like, I don't think it should be like a matter of hiding from him. It should be like a matter of outpacing him. And once you get into this room, interact with the box at the back, and she will do like a mad dash jump and climb over without having to push the box. Okay. I didn't know that would be a thing. Fucking gassed himself. Stupid ass. She gassed herself too, I guess. Can we go back in here? Is everything okay? Let's get the pesticide, because we might need the pesticide depending on... And the stupid thing is, like, she jumps over here without moving the box to hide from the scissor man. But while she's over there, she doesn't grab the robe. She instantly jumps over when he's gone. It's so stupid. Like, you should be able to pick the robe up before you jump over. Okay, we got the black robe. All right, so now at this point, we're going to head to the kitchen real quick. And remember, like, your main focus here is to not run into Mary or Miss Mary. And you can't know that she's evil. So one of the things that's going to make this a little bit more difficult is whether you have the cane or the statue. Hopefully you get the statue, because it just makes things a lot quicker. I'd like to know where this guy, how this guy like gets around the mansion relatively unseen. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, the pesticide on the door. Yeah. Get rid of the bugs. And we're going to get that just in case we do need to get the cane, because regardless if you get the cane or the statue, you have to learn how to do both. And it's easier to learn how to use the statue than it is to learn how to use the cane. So now we're just going to head to the west building. Okay. Once we get into the room with the clown, we're going to get the ritual key because we're going to need that. Fortunately, you do have to deal with whatever demonic force you're going to have to encounter here. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, we're going to set up the board across the floor. But we are not actually going to go into the hidden room because that is one of the prerequisites of not learning about Miss Mary being evil. Okay, and... Okay, so we're going to avoid this room altogether. And it looks like we have the cane because that statue is actually the one that would give you the small statue. So we're going to be looking for the music room, which is unfortunate. One of the rooms that you need to learn how to use the cane is the mural room. The mural room is locked by a key in the phone room, which can, unfortunately, have Miss Mary in it 50% of the time. Yeah. So it's not necessarily going to help us. So, like, the best thing to do would be to continue going through here until you find the music room. Grab the cane, and then you are going to have to head to the room with the gold key, which is why we grabbed the pesticide, just in case this was the plan that was going to fuck us over. And thankfully it did, or unfortunately it did, I should say. So the cane is going to be here in the music room. It's going to be behind this curtain. And if it is not the cane that you are looking for, Scissor Man is going to be behind that curtain. So it's probably the one and only time you're going to actually want the Scissor Man to show up. But he doesn't. So we are going to keep... We don't necessarily need to even check any other rooms. We just need to get back to the main hallway. Actually, we're going to save the game here because we don't want Miss Mary to be in this room. Fuck! Okay, let's try again. Hope she's not here. Fucking bitch! Okay, here we go. There we go. That's exactly what you want. You don't want her to be here. Can't see her. Can't know anything about her. Get the silver key from under the glass. Okay, now let's go back and go downstairs. See, that's one of the things that can really screw you over for getting some of these endings. It's just the randomness factor. There's no rhyme or reason for her to one time be there, another time she's not there. But it's like a 50-50 chance that she's there. So it's really fucking stupid. Okay. So I'm going to interact with the mural. Because of the shelf. I'm going to push the shelf out of the way. And you're going to view the mural in its entirety. You are not going to interact with these books at all. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just need to look at the mural, learn how to use the staff or the cane. They call it a cane in this game. And now from here, you're going to head back to the ritual room because we got to get things going. All right. Once you hit this room, yeah, it looks exactly like a room. The other room. Yeah. Okay. Use the cane on the flowers. And down we go. All right. And now we are going to sneak by the dog. as we will very, very much in the later half of these endings. Not so much the lower half. The higher you get up the alphabet towards the S, the more you're gonna have to sneak past the dog. So immediately we're gonna go check on Lot, and she's dying. Okay. The ironic thing is, canonically, Jennifer's best friend is Lot. So she's more in tune with Lot than she is with Laura or Anne. But Lot seems to be the one that gets fucked on the most. So once you're done interacting with Lot, you are going to go take on Mary's son, Dan, which is a very weird name for such a fat, hideous fucking monster. Just like you have many other times at this point, you're just gonna run away from Dan. Nope. Okay, with Dan being taken out of the picture, all we are necessarily going to have to do now is head to the elevator. I don't know why we can't power it on right there. Okay, I guess she has to leave in order for it to be able to be powered on. There's no response. Fuck's sakes. It's so fucking stupid. I hate how they do that. They're like, oh, you can power up the fucking elevator until after you interact with an unpowered elevator. Good. Now, all you need to do now is take the elevator to the 3rd floor. How about a little urgency? Let's do this. Okay, take the elevator to the 3rd floor. Uh-oh. That is the ending. Ending E. Yay. Fucking annoying game sometimes. So we have 3 more to do. C, B, and A. A lot of these are pretty tedious, but they're not really that bad.